To my channel. Thanks for dropping by. Okay, so if you haven't been to my channel before, this is an altered book I started a couple of months ago, and I'm nearly finished it, and I keep on adding. This is the last page I did, which was wisdom, and I've got only a few pages left in it to finish, and then that will be done. So what I decided I would do was, before I finished that, I would start the process of actually creating a new journal, and this is going to be a travel journal. And in COVID, I've been sort of going through the cupboards, as everyone has been doing, and I found, of course, my jacaranda atlas from school when I was in grade 1, you know, right in high school, which is funny. And I just love it. It's even got, you know, where I've covered it in this plastic with sticky tape. So it's got all these sticky tape marks on it, which I really quite enjoy. But I don't enjoy the plastic, but it did actually protect the book rather well. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to remove some of the pages, because as you know, this one was created, and you have to, I removed pages in all of the signatures in this book, so that I was able to, you know, put the little doors in, and the, you know, dove, the bronze dove, and like other embellishments that I have in this book. There's, you know, the Japanese garden page, and there's some glass in here, like, you know, from the beach and all sorts. And it is kind of getting a little bit thick, but it's holding together rather well. And I haven't put the actual I've got a closure, a locking thing that I'm going to put on this when I'm finished. But I decided I had to finish the whole book first before I actually did that. So anyway, on with the Jacaranda Atlas. So if you've never done this before, and you found an old book that you'd like to turn into a art journal or a junk journal or whatever, this is my way of probably everybody else's pretty similar, is that you have to work out, it's a bit of math in it, you have to work out, so they come in signatures. So these, you'll see that there's like a signature, and it's made up of a certain amount of pages, and you'll see them, they're like grouped. So what you have to do is you have to find where that sewing is, where they've sewn it down. So like so this particular page is like that, and I've got 4 pages, and then they've sewn that down and into the book structure. So that's this particular book is 8 pages. So 4 pages on this side, and then I've marked them all out. I've counted them all up and made sure that in between all of those is the signature, you know, is the seam, because I'm going to remove half of the papers. All right, so, and of course I'm going to keep some of the pages. So now I could just rip out, you know, I could just rip them out and not really be caring which ones I do rip out. But if there's something in here that you actually want to, you know, leave in a collage that you're doing, so there needs to be a little bit of thought if you're not going to cover it all over. Especially, I suppose, starting with an atlas and being a travel art journal, I have lots of memorabilia and all sorts of things from all my travels. So I'm going to want to put them in there. But there's places I've been that are in here that I don't actually, you know, Sumatra, and I don't want to actually rip that page out. So if I don't want to rip that page out, you're going to have to kind of go to the next one along behind it and rip out one one sheet behind, which will pull out the other sheet on the other side. So remembering it's like this. So no matter which page you decide to rip it out, it's going to have another one over here. So what we have to do is we have to rip out 2 pages from every signature. And so I won't do that on camera because, yeah, I will do the first one on camera. Because obviously that's a good idea. So I've counted, as I said, I've counted these all out and marked them. The other thing I meant to mention, these 2 pages, see these 2 floating pages, they're like cover pages, and in the front and the back, they're not in the signature. The seam actually starts not in that signature. That signature is there, and the middle is that one there where the actual stitching is through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove 2 of them. Now I'm fine to get these ones out. So I'm just going to remove those 2, and I'm going to remove, see how they're joined? And I'm going to remove these 2. Now that's half of the signatures from that particular group, that particular one. So this next one that I've marked is the Australian. There's the seam, the sewing seam in the middle of this particular book. Some books are different, yeah, but this particular book is working like that. Now I don't know whether I want to, I quite like the world, I don't know whether I might utilize that in something, but I don't really need that one, and I don't need this one. So both of those pages can come out. I'm quite happy, because obviously if I needed to use them, I could use them, collage with them, or, you know, print on them or whatever. Alright, so there are so many different ways of altering a book that I'm that one. Yes, well, that's fine, I think, yeah. There's many different ways of altering books. Some of them are actually very highly glued, but this one here was very highly glued, and I actually had to cut them out. But this has just got the sewing. So there we go, that's 2. So you can see where I'm going with this. I'm removing half of the, I've turned on to the next one that I've marked where the seam is, and I won't show you all of this, but I will pause the video and then I will do them all, and then I will come back maybe to the last page, because the last page is a bit different. Okay, see you soon. Hi, back again. Righto, so I've pulled out all of the pages, except now I got to this signature, and this particular signature only had 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 in it. So I'm only removing 1. It's right near the back of the book, so you've got to kind of check, but the rest of the book was 4, 8 pages, you know. But that one, that last one, and the very last one has got, I count it as, it's got double the amount of the index pages, which is interesting. Let's remove all these little pieces of paper. That's half the book size, so that allows me to gesso on the pages if I want to make all of the pages white to start off with, or whatever, you know, whatever you really want to do. Now these pages also are quite thick. So I don't, in this book, in this journal, I actually I glued the pages together. So there's actually two pages before I started even, you know, putting work on top. So, but they were a lot thinner. These are actually quite thick pages because they're a so I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm actually just going to leave these pages because they are quite a dense thickness, you know, thick pieces. All right. And also because I put so much things on them. All right, so this last one, as I said, the there's the seam there, the stitches there. So this was 8, so I'm actually going to remove 4 of these, and then I'm done. Actually, that's actually it for me. Yeah, as I said, if you have a thinner book, you could start with the gesso, you know, the clear gesso or the coffee stain gesso, and I think 3 might be enough on that. Now, as you can see, I've like totally taken this down to, you know, nothing, which is fabulous. And I don't know whether or not I'm just going to leave that on there and then you know, change the front like I've done this on this one, or what I'm going to do. And of course, all of the, so they're going to be a nice little group, you know, with all the brown. This book was called The Love and Friendship, and I've definitely made it mine Love and Friendship book, that's for sure. So the travel art journal and all of these pages, this book is actually 28 centimeters by 23 centimeters you know, the cover. So all of these lovely pages I can either jelly print on or collage with. There's some kind of interesting, or I could utilize them in oh, anyway. So, but there's quite a, I just wanted to show you, there's quite a significant amount taken out, really, of the book. And yeah, so that's now going to be my travel art journal. So thanks for watching. Hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, just add it down in the comments, and I'll see you soon. Bye.